Crime in the media is everywhere. We receive the portrayal of crime in many forms. For example, on our phones, from our computers, on television, and within the books we read, both fiction and non-fiction.
The media influences society's perception of crime. The media, through methods both intentional and unintentional, distort the realities of crime. This distortion goes deeper than mainstream media, extending into literature and other forms of entertainment. Newspapers make the victims of crimes more relatable through the descriptions of victims as parents or involved members of the community. This increases the fear of victimization among readers because they begin to relate themselves with the victim. As Rosemary Mundenhank states in her article Crime, Literature, and Culture, the envelopment of crime in literature led to the increasing fear of crime in big cities throughout Europe during the 18th century. Even in today's world, with every crime novel about murder, people live in fear.
TV series portray a much more dangerous world in comparison to the reality of crime. The murder rate on TV shows are 1,000 times worse, from 5 to 10 murders per 100,000 people in real life, to 7 to 10 murders per 100 characters in the TV show.
Video games, a favorite way to pass time for many. However, many people are starting to believe in the false accusations that the media makes on video games. The media portrays video games as a virus that infects the players and turns them into violent murderers. Now, as a parent, one would worry for the safety of their children when exposing them to violent video games. Games such as Grand Theft Auto
and White Machine Gun
and Call of
2
Duty are very realistic and intense. Politicians have correlated the increased coverage of crime rates by media with the increased sales of video games and its graphics. But this could not be more wrong. Now, let's take a look at this graph. As you can see, Netherlands and South Korea have the highest sales of video games compared to the United States. Yet, they have lower crime rates involving firearms than the United States. If what the media says is correct, the correlation should look like this. However, in reality, the graph looks like this. Also, violent juvenile crime rate in the United States has decreased while the video game sales have increased. The arrest rate for juvenile murders has fallen from 71.9% to 49.3% between 1995 and 2008. Clearly, the media makes false assumptions without concrete evidence and even skews information to get a story with high ratings.
In 2011, property crimes outnumbered violent crimes by a factor of 3. Drug abuse violations were the most cited cause for arrest. According to FBI statistics, Caucasians made up 69.2% of arrests, outnumbering African Americans who made up 28.4%. Jury-eligible adults generally overestimate the percentage of the population involved in law enforcement. The average estimate was between 16 and 18%. The actual number is less than 1%. So how do we know what to believe?
I imagine you're feeling a bit like Alice, tumbling down the rabbit hole. Media's portrayal of crime is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. After this, there is no going back. You take the blue pill, and you continue to believe all the media tells about crime. You take the pink pill, and you live your life educated on the media's falsehoods and choose to seek the truth. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth.